everyone, so Kim here, and we have another fun one to dive into with you today. So people ask me all the time what my favorite model of Tesla is, and no, it is not Kate Moss, but we have been fortunate enough to spend quite a bit of time in every type of Tesla out there on the market today, and we have gotten a pretty good sense of the pros and the cons of each vehicle. With that said, my response has always been, without a doubt, the Model X. It is the perfect family car for us, from the falcon wings that double as an umbrella. I'm not talking about the umbrella that you hold, I'm talking about this. To the extra storage space between and under the seats, to the massive front, and of course that beautiful panoramic sky view. If you've ever considered a Model X but are holding off for whatever reason, you may want to reconsider, because today I am going to tell you the top 5 reasons why now is the perfect time to buy a Model X. Before we get there, I do want to remind you guys about the Chicago Trusted Funds Tesla Raffle that's right around the corner. CCF is a nonprofit group in Chicago that helps families that are in critical need with services like single mother assistance and financial support. They're raffling off around 5,500 tickets for a chance to win a Model S, 3, X, Y, or cash. And they're giving a discount to the first 300 Like Tesla viewers who purchase 2 tickets. It all goes towards a great cause, and you get a chance to win a Tesla. All right, here we go. So number 5, the so-called refresh. Remember a few months ago when we made a video about the potential for an upcoming refresh? Of course you do, because you guys roast me about it every single day. Well, since then, as you probably know, Elon has tweeted there is no refresh Model X or S coming, only a series of minor ongoing changes. Let's just say though that the term refresh is a term that Tesla uses pretty loosely, as they've never officially called any changes to their product lineup a refresh. When dual motor was introduced back in October 2014, it wasn't called a refresh, neither was the March 2016 Model S transition from the nose cone to its current sleeker design. Same went for when they made the massive update from Autopilot 1 sensor suite to Autopilot 2 in that same year. But I don't want to get into the refresh debate right now. I'll just link a blog that I wrote about it in the description if you want to go ahead and read more of my thoughts. That said, Tesla has decided not to use the term refresh and will continue to call it minor ongoing changes over time. Of course, the majority of these updates will also be software driven, so no need to sweat it. And if the updates from our contact come to fruition, Tesla may have decided to implement those once they're closer to the Model Y's release, because the Y will certainly cannibalize X sales as the Model 3 did for the S sales. Number 4, unlimited free supercharging. So Tesla recently announced that they are bringing back free unlimited supercharging to the Model S and X. In terms of cost savings for ownership, you could save as much as $2,000 in supercharging over the course of the vehicle's ownership. Of course, that depends on whether you choose to charge at home or utilize the free supercharging network. Now for some, the savings may not be as valuable, but I know others who have put a lot of stock into getting the free unlimited supercharging, especially if there's a charger near your home or your office. The unlimited supercharging is something that we have seen come and go over time, so there's really no way to know how long it will stick around this time. And if some of the features that are rumored to come with the future S and X's come out, my guess is that free charging and a price increase will be brought back to recoup some of the R&D investments for that tech. Number 3, waiting for Model Y. So almost every potential Model X buyer today would likely debate between waiting for the Model Y or just going for the Model X as their family car. Model Y will be more affordable and compact, but there are a few things that you should probably consider. The third row of the Model Y doesn't appear to be very adult friendly. We actually had the chance to ride in the Model Y.
Just gives you a sense of how flat the car is.
Okay, just shut up and take my money. From what we could tell, it was best suited for small children. While with the Model X, an adult can fit in the third row comfortably for shorter rides, and even more so if you've configured it with the 6-seat layout. So depending on the age of your passengers, this is a factor that you should probably consider. In a Y, storage will also be significantly less than with the Model X. While the X holds the massive class-leading 88 cubic feet of storage, the Y is said to offer around 66 cubic feet, or actually about 33% less, which is more in line with cars in its class. Lastly, it's important to remember how Tesla has always rolled out its newest models. All new variants from the S, X to the 3 were always introduced with either signature, performance, or larger batteries first, so we can only speculate that the more expensive Model Y will roll out first before the base, making the price gap between the X and Y initially narrower than the entry base price of around $40,000. So it's just up to you if you really want to wait that long. Number 2, the Hummer loophole. In the US, if you own your own business, you may qualify for what's known as the Hummer tax loophole. Section 179 is one of the most intriguing tax loopholes out there and will likely be gone in the near future. The way it works is that if your car's gross vehicle weight is over 6,000 pounds, which every Model X is, you can deduct up to 100% of the car's value off your taxes as a proportion of its business use in the year that you buy it. This is opposed to over the course of several years as it was before. So for example, if you buy a Model X, let's say for $100,000, and you end up using it 75% for professional use and 25% for personal use, you can deduct that 75%, or in this case, $75,000 off of that $100,000 purchase from your federal taxes. This write-off was originally designed for farming vehicles as they often meet the weight threshold, but Model X owners, Hummer owners, and a few other heavy vehicles that can be used as business vehicles can get the same benefits through at least the end of this year. I'm not a tax professional, so definitely talk with your accountant to see if you qualify. And of course, there is still the federal tax rebate for US buyers through at least the end of 2019. And now what you guys have all been waiting for at number 1 is a massive price drop. So the price of a new long-range Model X has gone down by more than $20,000 in recent months. A pearl white autopilot-enabled 100D Model X with 295 miles of range used to cost more than $185,000 just a few months ago, but recent price adjustments by Tesla have now added the pearl white paint as the free option. Autopilot now comes built into that price. Free supercharging is now included with the new adaptive suspension, more efficient motor design, and not to mention the range increase to 325 miles. All this for just about $85,000, whereas just a few months ago, a less capable version was $105,000. So take our performance Model X, which is less than a year old. The exact same car is nearly $50,000 less expensive right now than this time last year, as so many perks have been bundled into the lower price, like ludicrous mode and a cheaper performance price. So do you guys know any other ways you've been able to save money when you're buying a Model X? Let us know in the comments below so that we can all read and share it. Also, did you know that we have over 200 Tesla and EV related videos here on our channel? Many with a little humor and entertainment tied in. So click here on the right or here on the left to see what you may have missed. And remember to stay current.